Our statelessness was not natural or voluntary. It was manufactured. It was imposed through successive colonial and post-colonial laws that stripped our human rights and citizenship away from us, rendering us the most persecuted people in the entire world today. For Rohingya people, this case is not abstract. Like you said, it's deeply personal for myself as a survivor. Over the past year alone, I've sat with Rohingya families who fled the fresh genocidal violence from Myanmar, living in overcrowded camps in the largest refugee camp in the world, in Bangladesh and in Indonesia, looking for a better life. And also Rohingya refugees that are living without legal protection in Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan. Many of them no longer believe that justice is ever possible. But what this case says is that what happens to the Rohingya is we can no longer ignore this as an international community. The ICJ case says that collective amnesia has allowed this genocide to go on for way too long. So the court has already recognized that the Rohingya are a vulnerable group and that we must protect the Rohingya. They did provide provisional measures in 2020 to Myanmar, and this case helps us say clearly that this is not just displacement. It's not just conflict. We need to name it. It is genocide, it is ethnic cleansing, and there is an intent to wipe out the Rohingya from our own ancestral homeland and from the planet Earth. So we know that this one court case is not everything. It will not fix everything, but what it does is it gives us leverage. We are labelled as forgotten genocide, and we are done with that in 2026. We are done with being called the forgotten genocide. Other people need to step up, and we need to make sure that every player is held accountable. Myanmar tried to argue that because the Gambia was not directly harmed, it had no right to bring this case. But the court rejected this, and that argument and that decision to reject this is extremely important. What the court affirmed is that genocide is not a domestic or bilateral issue. It is a crime against humanity as a whole. Every state has a responsibility to uphold the Genocide Convention, regardless of geography or direct injury. For the Rohingya, this matters because we are Indigenous people of Myanmar, rooted for generations on our ancestral homeland. Our statelessness was not natural or voluntary. It was manufactured. It was imposed through successive colonial and post-colonial laws that stripped our human rights and citizenship away from us, rendering us the most persecuted people in the entire world today, according to the United Nations. And now, because Myanmar has engineered our statelessness, we are left without a state willing to protect us. If only injured states could act, then communities facing genocide will never retrieve any pathway to justice. The International Court of Justice has made it clear the Genocide Convention belongs to everyone.